Today, I'm going to open a box from Elrik's Hobbies, and then we're going to figure out what we're going to do from there. Yo, Dog Kenny Boucher here, Next Level Painting, hitting you up on the literal best of all days. Coming to you from the Beats Lab in Hollywood, California, we're doing it again. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. We're going to do something I've never done before. Elrik's Hobbies sent me a box of supplies. They asked for some bases to close out some projects over on Twitch. We're going to open up that box. We're going to see what we have, and we're going to just figure out the show as we go. I'm going to take a second to shout out a couple of legendary individuals over on Patreon. Yo, up on deck, we got Hiko, Lazarus, Dennis, Patrick, Brian, Nicholas, Alex, Anthony, Natash Noktem, and David. Big shout out, these guys supported me this week on Patreon, which is the personal crowdfunding page. And of course, we're doing it live all day, every day. It's been a while since I've seen you guys here on the YouTubes. But guys, Twitch, home of the live content. All right, let's do this thing, guys. Package on deck, Elrik's Hobbies. Let's see what we got here. First off, huge bag full of brand new bases I haven't never seen before in my life. Looks like Trent's Works. I think I was told about these, and this is my first look at them. Yo, these are fresh. Obviously, we're laying these down on the battlefield here real soon. I can't wait to put something big on this base. Look at that shit. It's like a diorama. Holy crap. All right, here's what I was excited about. In that package at the bottom was this special package. Package within a package. I'm gonna open it up. Here we go. So basically, I have a Necron and a Nurgle themed base is what I was told. So I can close out a couple projects. Looks like this is the Egyptian theme desert base set right here. Got like a scarab. Got some random hieroglyphic ruins. And a bigger piece of hieroglyphics, like a big column right here. So this is fresh. Now this is the model right here, that Cryptek from the Forge Bane box set. 50 millimeters. I want to get him on a sweet desert themed base, and I'm, trying to figure it out. We got to do some dry fitting to figure out what the best base option is. I'm leaning toward this giant column right here. Here we go, a little dry fit. I can slide it right in there, paint up those hieroglyphics and stuff to be similar to the Necron pattern on his base, on that really interesting base that holds him up. Also, we have to close out the Plague Lord from Spellcrow. You guys remember we just did a tutorial on that, so here we go. Some sweet Nurgle infestation bases, kind of like lava bases, but Nurgle style. I think we've done something similar in the past, but this looks a little bit more intense than what I remember. So here we go. This is the Plague Lord right here. We're going to try to dry fit him on one of these 40 millimeter bases. I want the one that has the huge bubble on it because I think we can do some fun shit there. So we're going to dry fit him, make sure that he can actually straddle that channel perfectly. And sure enough, all day, every day, there it is. Now I have to figure out which one I want to work on today and which one I want to work on Twitch. So Desert Yellow, spoiler alert, we're going to be working on the desert base. Real quick, I'm going to show you this insanely easy workup. All right, Desert Yellow, Army Painter, big ass brush. We're going to just dry brush it on. Kind of light, streaky. It's not super dry brushy. It's more like medium brushy, medium wet brushy. We're going to streak it on. We're going to be cognizant of our angles. We're not going to try to scrub it in there. We're always trying to find an angle, right? And if I do scrub it in there, even though like this is one of those situations, do as I say, don't do as I do, I'm using incredibly light brush pressure. Skeleton Bone, another Army Painter color right here. This is going to be a great little highlight. We're going to 50-50 with the Desert Yellow, and we're going to be a lot lighter on the brush pressure here. We're very gentle. It's hard to tell, but I'm barely touching the base. Now we're going to just keep adding more and more bone. Give ourselves a nice little highlight, little work up here. So now we have Desert Yellow and two different types of bone, basically. Now while that's drying, we're going to just do some prep work on these ruins. It's like these rocks that maybe broke out of like a monument or possibly a temple or some shit. Pyramid, I don't know. Hieroglyphic column. Maybe it's the Rosetta Stone. I'm not an ancient Egyptian scientist. So we're just going to base coat it all black. That's kind of how we did the base of the Cryptek. There it is. So it's go time now. We're going to pull out some more hyper greens, the jungle green. We're going to mix it roughly 50-50 with whatever black you have. And we're going to start sketching out these lines. Now, since it's a base, you can go kind of aggressive. So the first set of lines is, like I said, it's a little bit more muted. We're going to be a little more aggressive with it. We're going to still catch those angles, but since it's, not incredibly hyper contrasty, you don't have to be perfect with these first few steps. As long as you can trace it out, be moderately cognizant of the angles, the freshness, but it's not crazy. Like, you can always wipe it out with a little bit more black if you felt like your lines got away from you. We're also going to hit these other random little rubble piles because they also have some hieroglyphic patterns on it. Like I said, it could be hieroglyphics. I'm not sure. Designs carved into desert themed rock. Progressively add more jungle green to the mix. Pop out those first angles like we always do. You don't have to retrace every step. Just find the fresh angle. It's that simple. Not science. You can, and like I said, you can always go back to the black. If you feel like it got crazy, like it got away from you, you can always grab that original black and use it as an eraser even. So we're going to grab that flash gets yellow. That's our ancient Chinese technique of the day. We're going to pop the final freshness out. Very selectively hit those plows and those blings. Make it look nice and shiny and cool. And that way it's like Necron, you know what I mean? Even though like there's some Egyptian nondescript, non-copyright infringement thematic basing, it's up to you to make it look like what you want it to, right? And so since we use these similar colors on the basing of the Cryptek from GW, which is amazing, now we've matched it. But we have a few more things we can do to make it look more interesting. Like, I want more colors involved than just this, and I'm starting to realize that as we go. So we're gonna have a few opportunities when we mount the Cryptek. You see, just grabbing those final highlights, popping it out. Now we're just gonna dry fit them real quick, and there it is, lines right up. Glue them on his base real quick. And now what I'm gonna do is just grab random turquoise off my desk, dry brush it in over some of the rocks that are actually on the Cryptek side of the base, the plastic part of the GW kit. He has a few rocks to conceal or to create more of a base. So I already hit him with black earlier, and we're hitting him with like a weird kind of like hot turquoise style dry brush. And then now I want to dry brush some of that color into the rocks too, kind of on the dark edges, just to give ourselves an interesting new flare transition. Almost like maybe the rocks are glowing. I don't know. It's Baesing, so you can do some fun stuff. Rapid fire dry brush, add a little bit of white to the mix to make them look a little bit more, a little bit brighter. Some magical rocks maybe. I don't know, desert magic rocks. But there we go. He's fresh. He's on his desert themed base. Maybe we might do more. We might throw something else on there, but he's got plenty going on. It's a solid thematic base. Shout out to Elrik's Hobbies. Obviously, GW making this fresh Cryptek. Anyway, guys, play on, players. If you like these tutorials, check out Next Level Painting on Patreon. Become a patron of the arts today. We offer early and exclusive access to our videos and a rewards program for different pledge levels. Patreon is PayPal and credit card secure, so you don't have to worry about that. We use 100% of the money to improve our process.